Hi, I'm Kelvin Toby, host of our New Beginnings 12-Step Life Recovery Meeting, held here at Genesis every Monday night, room 301. From 6:30, we start with a light meal, kind of meet and greet, and then we begin our meeting promptly at 7, and we run till about 8 o'clock or so. I don't want to keep anyone too late. And we're here to offer hope and encouragement and walk through some of the processes and steps of some life recovery issues. So if you know of anyone who may be struggling with any vice, any hurt, any habit, any pain that they just can't get over, that they could be hung up on, welcome them here to Genesis, to New Beginnings. We go through the biblical principles of your 12 Steps meetings to help us address those life-hampering issues. So again, if you or you know someone who may be struggling with any hurts, habits, or hang-ups that could benefit from a Bible-centric 12-step program, please welcome them, and you're free to come. And also, if you want to help with our meetings, we always take food. It's always nice to be able to introduce a meal to some people dealing with certain issues. It's a nice way to break the ice. So again, I want to thank you, and here you'll see some video clips of just some snippets of what goes on in our meetings, the type of things we talk about, and to give you just a little taste of what we do. Thank you. Lastly, I'd like to talk about some self-awareness things I've learned in a 12-step recovery, because now 2.5, close to 3 years, praise God, clean and sober, I realized that drugs and alcohol wasn't really my problem. And now, don't misunderstand me, I abused them, all of them, as much as I could, as often as I could. And they were a problem. But drugs and alcohol wasn't really the problem. The problem was me. The problem was I didn't love myself. The problem was I didn't even know myself. I had a complete lack of self-awareness. And I had no ability to really articulate what it was I was feeling. I just kept going and going and medicating and medicating. And one of the beauties I've learned in 12 Steps is discovering who I was. Something we do in step 4, where we do a self-inventory. And all of the steps are precious and have been gems to me. But this one right here was a big one. It's where I first discovered who I was, my good and my bad. I never took the time to really know me. It's where we do an inventory. We take a courageous inventory of who we are, the good things about us and the bad things about us. Being careful not to just focus on the bad things, because there were some good things that I did in full-blown active addiction, believe it or not. Not many, but there were a few. There was some good in me, but I just didn't love me. I just didn't know me. And writing all of the bad things and just learning and discovering me was the beauty of the 12 Steps for me, was discovering just exactly who I am, what made me tick, what I liked, what I didn't like, and learning tools as to how to be a better person, how to embrace me, warts and all. There's a prayer we say at every meeting. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. taking this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, just as Christ did, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will. And so in that prayer, there's a lot of things I've learned how to love myself, how to take courageous inventory as to who I am, what's making me tick, what's really going on with me, ask myself those questions. How am I feeling? What do I feel right now? And is this feeling, is this true or not? You know, because oftentimes our feelings could lie to us. So in a 12-step recovery program, the biggest thing I've gotten was learning who I am, learning how to love me, and therefore better how to help and love and serve others.